Hey y'all, we are back and we got a kind of a grant, but we got something different because this is a pre-recorded video. This is my first pre-recorded, and hopefully it's gonna turn out right. So I'm trying it. I'm gonna edit it and try to put some little bubbles in here. So hopefully you see all of that. So if you get anything of value from this video, beginning, middle, end, like, share, comment, subscribe. Leave me a comment on how you like this video since I am not live right now. By the time you see this, it would have been edited and posted. As always, still, I am going to share the Discord. The Discord is where I post grants, where I just drop everything in there. I show general information of things that's going on that business owners might want to know about, or it might be helpful for them as entrepreneurs, and sometimes things that just might be helpful for the family. I posted as soon as they announced the student loan forgiveness application was open, but of course we know it's on pause right now because it's in the appeals process with the court. But typically, if the lower court makes a decision, the appellate court will rarely go against it, but don't quote me because it definitely does happen, but we'll see what happens there. So let me just share my screen quickly for you all, and then we're going to talk about this little different opportunity that I found. As I said, with this, you sign up for the Patreon, and then you take that to get you to the Discord. So this is the general section, and here I just post pretty much anything that I find that I think will be helpful. Whenever I'm getting ready to do a new video, I put that in here as well. So all of this stuff is just in here for you to have access. So this, you'll probably spend a lot of time just going through some of the things because some of the stuff is still relevant. Bank of America is doing some things, Lyft is doing some things. This was when the LA Section 8 waiting list opened. So like I said, it's literally not just business, but information that I think will be helpful for individuals. I have a for-profit grant channel. So in here, I love the Discord because I'm able to separate things so you're not fumbling through hundreds of grants and not knowing like where exactly should I be looking. Nonprofit, any grants that I find, I put in there. I'm going to start doing NGO stuff as well. Then we have state specific, which this is just wherever your state is. So you can put requests in there. YouTube, whenever I finish with a YouTube video, I throw it here. So if individuals are not able to see it, because sometimes, like I said, it takes 24 hours for it to sometimes show up in the uploads versus the live. Then also we have international grants here. So for individuals that are outside of the US that might be looking for opportunities, I have different documents in here that might be helpful if you're applying for grants. And then accelerators and incubators. And I feel like with the accelerators and incubators, it's a better opportunity because sometimes knowledge is more valuable than the money if you're not going to know what to do with the money. So there's that. It is $20 a month. You can cancel at any time. I tell people look at it as a business expense, or if you're a gambler, look at it like you're playing the lottery, because you could pay the $20 and then you get $1,000 grant, or I just posted a $500 grant. You can end up getting the $100,000 grant or $50,000 grant, and you've paid $20. But more importantly, it supports the channel. It allows me to continue to be able to put out this content for free. It also will allow me to grow my YouTube business, and being mindful that your business, like your business income, is going to be separate than, if you have a 9 to 5, because again, you do not want to be commingling and you want to make sure that it's fully separate. So what I've been doing is the income that I have made, I've been reinvesting into the business. Like I got a new fancy microphone because folks kept saying that it was too many echoes. And my next big girl purchase for my business is I want to get a camera, because right now I'm still just recording on my laptop, but I would love to get one of those cameras where I can like do vertical videos and things like that. I found one. So hopefully within the next month, I'll be telling you all that, I don't know, I'm sitting outside recording on this camera to do more pre-recorded. Now, with this opportunity, y'all, you literally get to incorporate your business for free. So if you are somebody that's like, I can't afford a lawyer, I can't afford to pay for it right now, this is the opportunity for you. As I've always told folks, I mean, I can do the services of incorporating businesses, your nonprofit, getting taxes and status. I'm expensive though. And I'm not cutting my prices at all. So the price is the price because 13 years of experience is going to cost for that many years of experience. So I always try to find opportunities for individuals that are just not ready or in a position to pay that type of money. With this opportunity, the only thing you have to pay for is your filing fees for your state. And Missouri's filing fees is $50. So you're going to be $50 out of your pocket. But this organization, they are going to take care of everything else. So what I'm going to do is we are quickly going to go through it because I went through it a little bit just to see how it works to make sure I felt, comfortable sharing this information before I just put it out there. So let me share my screen and then we're going to Google the business, which is Zen Business. And then if you Google Zen Business Free LLC, it's going to immediately pop up. I will say that you have to be a mother. So it doesn't mean that you have to be a mother, meaning like I gave birth. You could be adopting, whatever it is that is indicative of you being a mother. And I doubt that they're going to say, oh, show us birth certificates and things like that. So, I mean, if you are in a motherly role to anyone, you can apply and get your LLC for free. Of course, they're going to try to sell you some things. So I went through that and I saw a lot of the upcharges. I highly recommend that if your business is not even off of the ground, I would not be paying for a lot of these add-ons. If you're just not, a lot of the add-ons you don't even need. So we're going to go through it quickly just so you can see. So then when you click start, you're going to get this cute little bot that's going to help you. Yes, you're ready to start your LLC. And then what do you want to name your business? So they're going to check. We're going to do Love Me More is what I want to name my business. What state? I'm going to put Missouri. And I do like the fact that, I mean, you can read a lot of the bubbles. I don't know why that's not letting me highlight it. There we go. But most of the stuff, like I said, it's pretty self-explanatory. Love Me More is available. And then you get some of the, I don't know if it's GIF, whatever. They're going to give you some of those. And then you got to give them your name. And then I say I got a little business, even though I, got more knowledge than that, but we just want to say some and see what they tell us. And it's then like, will I have employees other than myself? I won't, not in the first year. Because then you got to get into workers' comp and all of that stuff. So, solopreneur, that will be me. Will you have a physical address other than your home? Right now, I'm not. I'm just gonna do a home-based business, get those deductions for a percentage of my home at the end of the year. And then I'm going to say I'm launching soon, but I'm not making any money now because that's what they're asking. And you can read all this before you hit submit. Is this going to be a side business? Right now, it's going to be a side business because I have primary income somewhere else. And then what type of business this is going to be? I'm going to say that it's going to be consulting business. And then it's all types of options, obviously. They've done a ton of these. So they're letting us know how much experience they have, right? Now, here they're saying, do you want to save the progress? So give them the email. I'm like, no, just go without saving. I don't need to give you my email or anything like that because I know I'm not going to use the services. I already have my business incorporated. And then here comes the upsells of what they're going to recommend that you get from them. And again, if you want to get that, you can. It's up to you. I'm going to skip a lot of those things. They're talking about their starter package. And I'm like, yes, I'll do that. But I don't need to know any other options right now because I just want to get my business incorporated for free. And I want to pay the $50 filing fee. And then when I'm fully ready to start my business, I will circle back and handle the rest of this because what I always tell people if you try to do all of this stuff now and you know that you're not ready, you're going to spend more money amending, because a lot of my clients that I've worked with is me fixing things that was avoidable had they just waited until they were ready. And it's going to cost more for me to unwind a lot of this versus if you know what you want to name your business, that's perfect. And then it's easier because you can do an amendment to the name if you decide, I want to change the name. I don't want to use that name anymore. However, I feel like most people know the name of their business and it's kind of close to their chest and they just haven't told anyone because they haven't incorporated it yet. So that's something to think about. They want to show me some options of things outside of what I already said I only want, but we're going to let them show us these things and decide if we're going to take them or not. I don't need them to be a registered agent. You can serve as your own registered agent. So I always tell folks that if you're just starting off and you don't have a big business where it's a lot of moving pieces, you can be your own registered agent. If you have a large corporation already, like I work for a corporation and we definitely have an assigned registered agent because it's a national company. And there's no way that we will be able to keep up with everything. And then they keep us aligned too, right? So if it's sometimes because all of that comes to me and it could be, oh my gosh, I don't know how I missed that email. They're going to keep reminding me to make sure that we don't miss any deadlines. They're asking me again. And I'm like, no, I don't want you to be my registered agent. So maybe they got the whole 3-no thing. Cause in my heyday, I used to be a telemarketer and we had to get 3 no's and I was getting 1 no and hanging up because I figured folks don't want it. And I'm not going to harass. And that job probably lasts a couple months because I wasn't following what they wanted me to do. Again, they're asking you about getting your EIN. That's free on the IRS website. I do recommend, watching the videos that they have, reading the instructions if you don't understand it. But personally, I will not pay for an EIN number. So I'll just say I'll handle my own documents. I don't need that type of assistance either. And then they're going to ask me about something else that they're trying to sell me, manage my money. I don't even got no money coming in yet. So what are you managing? $0. We're going to say no, thank you. And we're just going to continue through this. I think it's probably a few more things that they're probably going to sell. I don't even know anymore. Rush filing. If you go to Missouri and file your thing yourself, you get the document as soon as you hit done. So that there's no reason to expedite anything because it can't get quicker than the seconds that they give it to you. So please do not pay to expedite anything because there is no such thing. Okay. So I'm going to say no thanks there. Looks like they're recommending something else to you. And then with these online tools, I don't even know what they are, a website, domain name, privacy, email address. Here's the thing with that. This depends on where do you want to sit your website. Mine sits with Wix, so I'm definitely not going to pay for this. And again, do not pay for stuff if you are not ready for these items. If you're not ready for a website, domain name, because you don't pay for it. Don't. You can go get your domain name for 99 cents, GoDaddy, and just hold it for a year until you're ready. And then it's $20 a year after that. So do not pay for stuff just so you can say, oh, I got my website. If you're not ready, you're not ready. If you're not ready to get your LLC, do not run off and get your LLC because it's free and you're not ready to do anything with it. But I do feel like if it's something that you've been wanting to do, this might put the fire up under you because now you're saving yourself hundreds of dollars that you will otherwise have to spend if you paid somebody else to do it. And don't let people talk you into saying you could do it yourself, right? Because yes, you can do it yourself. It's a lot of things I can do myself, but I want it done right. And my time is valuable. And if I write down how much I make per hour, and then those are going to be hours that I'm losing to learn how to do something and then do it versus the cost saving of, say, I can incorporate a business in less than 10 minutes because I have 13 years of experience versus someone else. It might take them hours. It might take them days. It might take them weeks to do the research and make sure that they're completed it accurately and then calculate how much you make per hour and how many hours you spent on a task that you could have been doing something else. You're actually losing money if you look at it that way. No, I don't want the tool. So we're going to skip that. And then before you go, let's see, customized operating agreement. Here's my thoughts on operating agreements. Operating agreements are based off of statutory guidelines, and I believe that some of these companies they don't look at all of the statutes for an operating agreement. And then if you're a single member LLC, you do need an operating agreement still, because you want to say, you know, what happens if I'm no longer here with the business. But I also feel like unless you read the LLC statutes yourself and get a good understanding of them, you're not going to know if it is compliant with Missouri statute. So this is your decision. It's $125. Of course, me being an attorney, I'm thinking about it from that perspective, and that I know how to read the statutes. I know what should be in that operating agreement, versus if you're a layperson and you're probably not even going to know where to find the statute. And then all of the whereas and notwithstandings and all of these extra jargon to make it more confusing and complicated for somebody to understand. That's a you decision. I'm going to say no. One last thing. What is the one last thing? Compliance. Missouri doesn't have any annual compliance requirements, so I have no idea what this is that they would even be selling me. Now, I will say in North Carolina, they do have an annual report, even as an LLC, which I thought was so interesting, because in Missouri, it's perpetual. The only thing you need to make sure that your address is updated. And that's typically how you get administratively dissolved, because you never updated your address and they reach out for something and they cannot find you. And then they administratively dissolve your LLC. So again, I'm not sure what compliance will be attached to Missouri at this point. Now, no, because they're only doing LLC. I was like, with a nonprofit, but that's not the case. So I'm going to say no. And then I'm almost done. Let's get me checked out. I'm not going to check out. So this is the end of this. I am going to put the information in the description box. I was about to say the chat because I'm so used to going live, but this is not live. So we are going to stop sharing the screen. Anything of value, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you like my editing. It might be a little wonky. I don't know yet because I'm about to log off and try to figure out how to edit this. But I definitely want to thank you all for taking time out of your day to look at my first pre-recorded video. So I'm going to start a new journey here, and hopefully I can get more of these videos out. Talk to y'all next time. Oh, do not forget to look at the small business grant playlist. There are like 4 or 5 grants right now that is totaling close to $50,000, and the deadlines have not passed. And there's actually one grant that doesn't even have a deadline. So look at that now. Enjoy the rest of your day.